Good people of YouTube, I'm the Watch Idiot, and I was gonna talk about switching the TFIT Clasp on the Black Bay Pro onto the Black Bay 58 in my full review video, the Black Bay Pro, but I was just too excited to find out and to let you guys know because a whole bunch of you guys asked about that specific thing in my first video about how the Black Bay Pro wears. And things got a little bit interesting actually. So yeah, in this video, I'll show you all the preventative measures Tudor took to stop us from swapping bracelets and the clasps. And in the end, as much as I thought that I could still swap it, I couldn't. But I still made this video because these measures are kind of bizarre and they're unbelievably irritating as well. And then yeah, while I was doing all that, I took the bracelet off of the Black Bay Pro, which was tough for me to do because I love it so much on the bracelet, but I was still really curious to see how it looks and more importantly, how it wears on different kinds of straps, you know, given the thick profile of the watch head itself. So yeah, stay tuned for a whole bunch of straps and yeah, check out the chapters down below in the timeline if you want. And huge thanks to this video sponsor, Watch Crunch, and I'll talk a little bit more about their really awesome platform later on in the video. Okay, so the moment I saw the new TFIT Clasp, I pretty much lost my mind because of how much I love the clasp on my Pelagos because, you know, as you can see, it's just really easy to adjust it. I mean, just pull it down, set it where you need to be, call it a day, move on with your life. So my first thought was, you know, immediately to try it on the Black Bay 58 and because it would just be so amazing on that. And I thought that it was gonna be pretty easy because, you know, over the past few months, I've been trying out a whole bunch of new combinations by checking the widths of the mid links on different bracelets. And then as a result, I put the Uncle Seiko bracelet meant for the Black Bay 58 on my SNE 569 with the SNE original end links. So considering that the Black Bay 58 bracelet and the Black Bay Pro bracelet are identical pretty much, I was gonna do the exact same thing, call it a day. But I think Tudor did some trickery here specifically to stop us from swapping bracelets. So here's the back of the end links on the Black Bay 58 and it's all looking normal. Everything's moving perfectly fine, just like we expected. But here's the back of the Black Bay Pro, and if you look closely, there's a little notch on the right side of the inside edge of the end link and a little nub of sorts on the mid link. And what this does is it gives the mid link only about 45-ish degrees of motion versus the full range of motion on the Black Bay 58. I mean, I've never seen anything like this on the countless bracelets that I've owned over the past however many years. And at first I thought that it was put there to, like, I don't know, to stop the first link from, you know, going up and scratching the top of the end link and then also the case back. But the first link, you know, does that anyway. But, you know, what this notch does do effectively is it stops you from putting this bracelet onto the notchless Black Bay 58 end links. Yeah. So then I thought, you know, I'll just bypass that. I'll just unscrew the removable links and swap just the clasps instead of the entire bracelet. But, you know, Tudor thought of that as well. And this is where it became very clear to me that Tudor made these changes on purpose to stop people from swapping clasps and bracelets. So if you look at the links, they look identical considering they're both bracelets for 39mm Black Bays, but after I took off the clasps and was about to put the TFIT clasp onto the Black Bay 58 bracelet, I saw that it just wasn't fitting. So then I got my calipers out and I saw that the Black Bay 58 mid links are 9mm, which is a nice round number, but the Black Bay Pro's mid links are 8.8mm wide, which is just wide enough to make it not fit while looking exactly the same to your eye. I was just shocked that this actually happened and how almost petty this was. But yeah, this bothers me because the nubs in the mid links could have been explained away to stop the links from making contact with the end links, even though it's weird and it doesn't do that. But there's just simply no explanation out there for why they had to spend the time, the money, the resources to retool and to produce a completely new bracelet. Like literally every single link has to be produced separately. They could have just, you know, continued on the production of the Black Bay 58 bracelets, you know, that they've scaled up over the past years and put those on the Black Bay Pro, but with a new clasp, which would have been really easy and they would have saved a whole bunch of money doing that. But no, they just felt the need to spend the money to make something that looks exactly the same, but just, yes, less useful. It's just all a bit bizarre to me, because I would have liked it much better if they just used that extra money and put it towards developing a thinner GMT movement, or if they just created a brand new modern oyster style bracelet to put it on the Black Bay Pro, without the rivets. And also the thing is that the Black Bay 58 and the Black Bay Pro are pretty different watches. I mean, one's a diver and the other is a fixed bezel GMT. So while there probably will be some cross shopping between the two, they aren't direct competitors, because if someone wants a small Tudor diver, they're not going to buy the Black Bay Pro, and even if they like the TFIT Clasp. And if someone wants a small Tudor GMT, they won't be buying the Black Bay 58. So I mean, it's not like they're going to be cannibalizing their own sales because of one clasp. And also, I think once someone owns and enjoys one of these watches, there's a solid chance that they'll buy the other one if they like it enough. I mean, kind of like me. So yeah, at that point, we gave Tudor money both times around, so they've made their money. And it would have just been really nice to be able to switch out the clasp on what are identical bracelets as far as I'm concerned. The only way to get around this would be to file down a Black Bay 58 link to 8.8 millimeters, so 0.1 millimeters off of both sides, which should be possible, but doing it yourself, brings about a lot of risks. Because you'd have to get it absolutely perfect, and probably a watchmaker could make it happen, but maybe Uncle Seiko could make a 9 to 8.8 millimeter conversion link of some sorts. I mean, hopefully that's something that the whole community can get behind and make happen. Something else we can get behind is video sponsor WatchCrunch, and WatchCrunch is a new discussion platform built for better watch discussions, and it was built by a group of watch nerds like us who just got tired of the negativity and the bling over substance stuff that was just way too prevalent on other platforms. And yeah, they just wanted to build a platform that was inviting, friendly, not intimidating. Yeah, just specifically for watch nuts just like all of us here. Yeah, it's a friendly community of real watch lovers that just love talking about watches regardless of the price and the brand. And yeah, this is one of the really big reasons why I'm loving this, because it's this sort of environment that I try to create here on this channel by talking about all kinds of watches that I like just because I like them. But of course, YouTube is YouTube. So yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how much I wanted something like WatchCrunch until I found them. So yeah, now I'm really happy that they exist. Oh, and also the overall user experience on WatchCrunch is super intuitive and sleek, and also just being engaging and fun, which is great. And yeah, they also have a dedicated team working and just constantly pushing out new features just to make the experience that much better. So yeah, come and follow me on WatchCrunch and check the site out for yourself. And there's a link in the pinned comment and also in the description to a thread that I started about this topic. So yeah, go ahead and check out the discussion, and hope to see you there. So moving on, and yeah, while all this was happening, I took the bracelet off of the Black Bay Pro to see what it looked on the countless NATO's rubber and leather straps that I have. And I've just been really waiting to see this, obviously on a gray NATO, which is probably my favorite strap. But I also wanted to see how these straps would handle the watch head itself, since it is on the thicker side. And oh, and also all the links to the straps are in the description. And I must say that I was pleasantly surprised, because my main concern was it wearing way too thick on all my NATO straps. And while it obviously does get raised up a little bit, it doesn't overpower the NATO and sag down on the wrist. Pretty much all my NATOs worked and handled the watch head, so while I was wearing it, it felt pretty normal to me, which is the most important thing. And also, the watch head didn't seem to look awkwardly thick compared to the NATO it was on. On my favorite gray NATO from Barton that just somehow works on every single watch, I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, the strap is super soft, yet it's substantial without being too thick, which is good on a watch like the Black Bay Pro. And yeah, as you guys know, it's all gray everything for me, so I stuck with the gray combo. And yeah, but as you can see, it looks great on other colors as well. I mean, I'm really loving the mocha strap from Blue Shark, and then also there's a pajama strap from Blue Shark, and I feel like that would probably be my adventure combo. So on rubber straps, it's obviously pretty incredible. I mean, after all, it is a sporty tool watch, but the good thing is that the Barton straps, despite them being, you know, thin and soft, they do manage to hold up the watch head quite well. And yeah, here's another strap that I think I got from Strap Code, but you can find other places as well. But it's a Oyster Flexi kind of strap, and I like this one just because it's nicely curved and it's a little bit more substantial than the Barton straps, but it's still really comfy. It obviously, this can handle the watch head even better, which makes more sense, and also the thickness of the strap is proportionate to the rest of the case. And finally, leather straps, and yeah, once again, it's looking insanely good on my favorite gray suede strap, and yeah, even leather straps look to be, you know, handling the weight pretty well. So yeah, which is really great to see. So I'm really excited to be, you know, wearing these leather strap combinations once when we get into, you know, the autumn winter time. But yeah, but then again, I mean, I love the watch so much on the bracelet that I don't know if I'll even switch it. So yeah, who knows. So yeah, there you have it. I mean, let me know down in the comments what you think about Tudor's apparent bracelet trickery, and also what you think about the Black Bay Pro on the different straps that I tried it on. And as always, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the like button, and all the good buttons that are there to help the channel grow for free, for that matter. So yeah, until the next video, good day.